Well, guys, this is the last of the batch of challenge locks from MonkeyLockPicks, and he calls this one the snake bite. I do have a key for it right here, and I've had this quite a while. I didn't quite get it back then. I've had it for about 2 months, just now getting around to it. I've kind of delayed it because in the previous MonkeyLockPicks challenge locks, they actually had trap pins in them, so I'd get this very deep fault set, and then we'd be stuck. You guys probably remember that. If not, I'll put the link to them down inside the description. So they were quite frustrating because you think you got it picked and then all of a sudden it gets stuck at about a 30-degree angle. Anyway, let's see if we can get this guy. In the letter, he says this is a normal challenge lock. That's odd. Has a little click right there. Anyway, we'll figure it out. See if I can get this guy in there. That ought to work. All right, here's the problem here. I cannot get, let me zoom in a little bit. I cannot pick from the bottom of the keyway because this huge piece of warding sticks out there. I'm going to have to pick from this ledge. So if he has a very deep cut hiding behind a very low cut pin, I am totally hosed. The deepest one I can fit in there is probably this one. This is the Tron from Sparrows. And he'll fit as long as I pick from this ledge right here. Let's give it a shot. I don't understand what that click is. That's really weird. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick it, I guess. Let's pick it clockwise. All the way in. I'm going to put heavy tension on it and just try to find the first binder. Okay, it feels like pin 2 is the binder, so let's get on him. And I get nothing. I just mushy all the way to the top. I'm going to lighten up my tension and see what else we got here. All right, I'm very light on the tension now. This lock is not talking. Okay, there was a click on pin 1. Okay, that was pin 2. It got a very slight turn on the keyway. On the core. So I'm maintaining this really, I'm about to drop the tension wrench. That's how light the tension is. So I'm betting we have some sharp edges combined with maybe some threaded chambers. All right, I'm on pin 2 again. I get very slight feedback there. Okay, I got a good fault set, very deep fault set. Let me turn this and show you what we're looking at now. So this is almost as far as it turned in the last couple of challenge locks before we got totally stuck in the trap pins. Okay, I'm holding moderate tension now because it's such a deep set. I'm almost sure it's a spool or perhaps a T-pin. And either way, with heavy tension, if you find it, you'll either get feedback or you'll get a pick. And I'm not getting a pick, so I'm now looking for any kind of feedback. I'm not sure if that's feedback on the last pin 5 or if that's just me prying against the core. All these guys feel set. So I'm going to take a chance. It is a challenge lock, and what kind of a challenge lock would it be if the last pin wasn't cut real high? And right now it's near the bottom, so I'm still not sure that that's feedback, but we'll give it a try. Try to get positioned on it. Come on. Okay, definitely that's feedback now because it's starting to turn on me. Wow, about to break the pick. Come on. Wow, very deep. All right. We got a crunch on him, but now we've lost the fault set. Okay, there's some feedback on pin 3. Counter rotation, rather. Got a fault set back. Very deep fault set now. And again, I'm on that very last pin. Must have fallen back down. Come on. Wow, this is totally unwinding the core here. I got to click on him, but now again we've lost that false set. There it is, 3 again. He's back down. And there we go. Come out of there. All right, let's see what MonkeyLockPicks has done. Even in a normal challenge lock, it wasn't that easy, I've got to say. I don't know what's under this tape here. I don't know if the pins are okay. So we got plugs, but let's take a look at the key first. Let me zoom this out so the autofocus will work just a little bit better. Got a self-healing mat. I wish I had self-healing skin. How handy would that be? Oh man. That would have scared me away if I looked at that first. Wow. So definitely that last one that was real high, that was giving me trouble. But then somewhere around pin 3, I probably was oversetting, would be my guess, every time I picked that back one. Because when you take a look at this hook, yeah. So to pick that last one, I was brushing against 3 and 4. So I might have overset 4. But after 3 attempts, we got it. All right, I have a new tool. I could take these plugs out, but why do that when I can show off a new tool? You guys recommended this, and actually I have a whole set of these things now. Get that back a little bit. That you guys recommended. These are all Nipex, and then actually this one is by Craftsman. And since it's wide open here, I thought he'd be appropriate. And that is so much easier than using a screwdriver. All right. Let's make sure before I pull that out, let's make sure that that does work. And it does. All right, turn them right there. Let's get a pinning tree and get all this junk out of the way. Get that tape off my finger. Okay, so let's turn it about like that and hope. I'll tell you what, I am going to put a shim in there if I can find one here. Had one because I don't want anything to fall in that crack, and I've got a feeling we're going to find some stuff like that in here. So I'm going to put him just like that. Take this guy, and yeah, see, look at that first one. That would have definitely been bad news. Okay, the shim is now stuck on something, but I got it. Something is now blocking. Something has fallen into the groove, just like I feared, but that shim got stuck on something. All right. Okay, this is not a problem. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the key out first of all. Put them right here. Let's dump these 5 pins out. Wow. Awesome looking pin. Come out of there. Homemade. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's like an aircraft part. Okay, that was 5. And 4. Those things did not want to come out of there. Okay, here's the idea. Okay, we do have some threaded ones in here. Looks like we have undercut or countermilling on number 1. 2 is standard. 3 is threaded. 4 standard. 5 is undercut and threaded. Wow. Okay. Well, there we go. That worked pretty good. I didn't expect it would be that easy. I thought I was going to have to take that plug out and pull that first pin out because that appeared to be where he was stuck. Now we have a mess. And I'm not going to know. 2 pins have popped out, and I'm not sure which came out of which cylinder. Let's see what they are. Okay, he's the same on both ends, so it doesn't really matter. And on this guy, It is a serrated spool, homemade. Again, I don't know. It doesn't matter which way he was in there. The feedback would have been the same, but I don't know if he was in 1 or 2. I would say that I guessed right here because we have a really long pin here. You'd put a slightly shorter one as a driver. So again, it's pure speculation. I really don't know. All right, number 3. Look at that. Nice, sharp, serrated, very nicely done Monkey Lockpicks. And let's go ahead. I would say let's go from the rear, but I'll be reaching through a tunnel anyway. So let's just go ahead and pick him from this side, or pick him out from this side. Number 4 was in like that. Look at that narrow tip on that one, nice and sharp. Beautiful, beautiful work. And the last one, let's get that spring. And the last one was in, look at that. That looks like a chess piece, like a BB on the end of a pyramid. Like so. And spring, there he is. Much smaller spring, and it looks like this guy's been reduced in size. Get that shim out of there. Beautiful work. Look at this thing. There wasn't a normal pin anywhere in this. I'm going to try to give hope that's focusing. So we've got a combination of technologies on a lot of these. Let me grab a pointer here real quick. I'll just use these tweezers. So we have a spool, and then we have a T-pin. And remember, this one was undercut. So we serrations and another T-pin on that end. This guy, this was a standard cylinder. This one was a threaded cylinder, so he's got that matched up just perfectly. All these serrations to grab it. Number 4 was a standard. So we have a kind of a nice smooth spool here to lead you to believe maybe it's not quite a sharp spool. And then serrated stair-stepped. Look at that, wider, almost like a pagoda. If I turned him around, he'd look almost like a building. Very cool pin. And the last one, Sarah, this one was undercut and threaded, so this would snag up in the bottom and the threads, and in the undercut, I believe, was probably designed to grab a hold of that ball or ball bearing portion of that pin. Anyway, Monkey Lockpicks, thank you, sir, for the lock. I'm probably lucky to get into it as quick as I did. Appreciate your time. Stay safe, stay legal. Monkey Lockpicks, I'll get all of this stuff back in the mail to you today. Thanks, guys.